Hello world, welcome back to CyberCreate, and today we are going to see what are data structure and where they are used and why they are used and why they are so important. So here on the screen you can see the basic definition of the data structure. That data structure can be defined as the group of data elements which provides an efficient way of storing and organizing the data in the computer so that it can be used efficiently. Well, in the world of IT sector, the only thing that we usually do is just to transform the data from one form to another. Like if you are working on web development and you are just calling some APIs, you are just taking some data from the web server and then just converting it back to some other form. Or if you are just downloading some images, that image is also some form of data, and then you are performing some form of transformation to them and you are just editing it to whatever it suits you. So in the computer world, the only thing that we do is to just transform data from one form to another. And on the internet, where we have tons and tons of data, we need some type of structure to basically store the data, because not all type of data are similar. So as there are many different varieties of data, so we have many different varieties of data structure. So here you can see that we have array. This is our linked list, this is our tree, this is our trie, this is our graph, this is our stack, and there are many data structure, and we are going to have a look at all of them one by one. But why we need different type of data structure? Because there are different types of data. Like some data needed to be accessed too fast, some of them just want to store too much data. So as per the different requirements, for the different requirements we have different type of data structure. And thus in the definition it says that so that it can be used efficiently. So it is the way that we are going to store our data so that we can just easily access it whenever needed. And if you are going to just break this term data structure furthermore, you are going to see that data structure is nothing but it is a way to store data such that it has some relationships and we can perform some operations to it. So this is what the data structure basically means. Like we cannot just store all those types of data in a simple file. Like we are going to save numbers, we are going to save images, we are going to save audio, videos, everything cannot be saved in a simple form or similar form. Like you cannot store songs in this array, or you cannot store images in this single array. So for every type of data there is different type of data structure that is needed. Inside our data structure have some relationships among them. Like if we are talking about our arrays, in arrays what we have in arrays, as you can see here, we have continuous number like 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So in array we have the collection of data of same type. Like we can say it is a string, it is integer, or it can be float, or it can be of any type, but all those types should be similar. So this is the property of array, that it can contain the data of similar type. That is what says by this data. And data are in order. So if you are going to say this relationship, we can see that this 2 is only going to come after 1, and this 3 is only going to come after 1 and 2, and this 6 is going to come after 1 2 3 4 and 5 only. So there is particular relationship among the data. Here you can see if you are going to just sort this array, well, this array is already sorted, as you can see 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So here we can maintain the proper order of the data. We don't want to just store data in a random fashion, we want to have some order in them, because some types of algorithm performs better when the data are in sorted order, and some type of algorithm does not require the sorted data, but there should be some order in the data that it is stored. So that is what is meant by the relationship among the data. And now coming up to our third point, that we can perform some operations to our data. So what type of operation we are talking here is that we can simply remove data from the array. If you want to simply delete 6, we can simply delete the 6. We can also change the value. Like for instance, if we want to change the value of this index 5, which is 0 1 2 3 and 4, so we can simply say, if our array is a, we can simply say array of 4 is equal to 7, and as soon as we say this, we can simply change this 5 value to 7. So we can simply perform some operation like changing, traversing. What does traversing mean? We basically can traverse this array like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. As you know, we can simply use a single loop by which we can simply traverse our array. And we can also find array, which is basically known as searching. If someone of you have learned this data structure or algorithm, you must have heard about linear search and binary search. Well, this type of algorithms are basically used to check if the particular value exists in our array or not. Like for instance, is there 4 in our array? So we can basically traverse the array and check if the 4 exists, and we can also say that yes, the 4 exists, and we can also return the index where the 4 exists. So this is what is meant by the data structure. We can store our data, and all those data should have some relationship among them, and we can perform some operations to it. Because if we cannot perform operations to our data, then the use of data structure is useless, because what is the need of just storing something when we cannot use it? So that is why we must be able to perform some types of operations to them, like adding elements or deleting elements or just changing some types of value. So till now we can understand that what is data structure, but now let us see where this is used and why it is so important. So here you can see that why and where. So here you can see the representation of this. If someone of you have known this is the structure of graph, and you can just assume that this is one city, this is one city, this is another city, this is another city, and this all are some cities, and we want to find the minimum distance from this given point to this given point. And there are a number of ways by which we can reach to this point. Like we can reach by this way, we can also reach just by traversing through this way, we can also reach just by traversing through this way, but we need to find which path is going to take the least amount of time. So for that we can use the data structure that is known as our graph data structure, which is very useful in this scenario. And this type of data structure are commonly used by your Google Maps or your Uber cabs. Like how do you think those Google Maps tells that from here to here you can reach it by just taking this shortest path? This just use some type of data structure that is commonly graph, and by the help of graph we can basically find the shortest path from one given point to the other given point. So like here you can calculate, if we are going to go from this point to this point, we need 50 minutes, from 50 and 7, and then we can simply add 8 here. So this is the minimum time required to reach if we are using this path. But if we are using this single straight line, we need only 5 plus 8, which is equal to 13 seconds just to reach to this point. So like this, the graph and other types of data structure are used in the different type of fields that is required. And not all data structure are perfect. Some works extremely well in some type of scenario. Like in this type of scenario, like your graph data structure works perfectly well, and here you cannot use your simple data structure like array. So every data structure have their advantages and disadvantages, and that is the reason why we are going to learn different type of data structures and algorithm, and we are also going to see which type of data structures can be used in which types of scenario. And that is very, very important to understand, because only then you can be able to use the data structure in a most efficient way, or else you will be just using like simple array or some of the trees data structure anywhere. And this is all for this video, and if you have any doubts you can just ask me in the comment sections, or you can just ask me on my Telegram channel or on the Discord too. And thanks for watching.